Alright tubes, got something pretty interesting here for you today. We got this Troy-Bilt 2700 PSI pressure washer, and it was given to me by a buddy of mine, and he's saying that it's seized, and we're not really sure if it's the motor or the pump that's seized. And so what I'm going to try and find out today is, first of all, which one is seized, and second of all, is it possible to salvage this thing. First things first, what we'll do here is I did check the oil, and it's not very promising. The oil level is a bit low, I will say that. So that kind of does point to the motor, but it's only 3 bolts to take this pump off. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the pump off, and that way with nothing else connected to the motor, we will be able to at least see if it is definitely the motor that's seized. Alright, got you guys up on the workbench here, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to undo the hoses from it. Right now we just have our high pressure hose, which is hooked up here, so we'll get that out of the way. No sense having extra stuff getting tangled up and hindering our progress here, so we'll undo that, and then we can also pull this hose off here. This is just your soap line, so we'll get that out of the way, and I think that's oh man, that's all we got holding this up right now. As far as the actual pump itself, there's only 3 bolts holding it to the motor. You got nuts on the top, so you got one here like underneath kind of where the filler neck's at. You got another one down here kind of sitting underneath the muffler, and the last one is on the other side of the engine, right underneath the gas tank. Then on the bottom, the corresponding bolts should be pretty easy to find. It looks like they're some kind of hex head. I don't know if they're metric or American, but once again, you got 3 of them. And I will just make note, if this thing wasn't out of oil, I wouldn't flip it over like that because it would all be dumping out all over my truck here. But considering it's pretty much out of oil anyway, I'm not really worried about it. But anyway, I'm going to get you guys back on the tripod, and we will get this pump off in short order. Alright, that was easy enough. So at this point, with our 3 bolts undone, this thing should come right off. Now watch out, because there's nothing holding the motor to the pressure washer frame now either. Alright, got us back under control here, and it is indeed the motor that's seized. Pumps off, nothing should be impeding the rotation of the shaft, and it's clearly not rotating. So I think what we're going to do here is the motor is pretty much free at this point, because the way it's attached to the frame is the same way it's attached to the pump. You just got bolts running all the way through. So now that we got the pump off, I put a bolt in here just to keep this thing from falling off completely, but I'm going to take that out, and I think what we'll do here is we'll take this motor out, and we'll stand it up on the bench facing up, and what we can do then is we can take the plug out and maybe spray some penetrating oil in there, let it soak for a while, and that'll be a good start anyway while we decide if we got to tear this thing down more, or you know, maybe if it's not seized that bad, maybe that'll be enough. Alright, now we got this thing back up on the workbench here, and I loosened up the spark plug. I'm going to take that out, and I mean, there's really not anything to see. I mean, we could look down in there and see the piston. It is an overhead valve, but we already know that it's in there, and it's just seized up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some penetrating oil. In this case, I'm going to use some PB Blaster. I usually use Aerocroil, but I just had this within easier access, so we're going to try this time. And what we'll do is we'll just spray some in the into the cylinder here, of course, you know, with the engine upright, so that it's going to sit on the piston and hopefully soak down around the rings and start loosening things up. I want to make sure I use enough of it that it actually makes it to the rings and doesn't just, you know, pile up on top of the piston. I guess it's a flat-headed piston, but it could have like a puddle or a divot in it or something for the rings. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's really all we're going to do with this video. There's not really a whole lot else that there is to add here for the time being. This is going to have to sit for a while. I'm not exactly sure how long. I mean, I guess it depends how bad it's seized up, but you know, probably at least a couple days. I would imagine. Maybe a little longer, maybe a little less. But we'll come back to this thing when we think it's been long enough, and you know, we'll give it a pull. In the meantime, I think what I'll do is I'll put the plug back in here just so dirt and dust and grime and rain don't get in there, but I'll probably pull this thing into the garage and just let it sit somewhere out of the way. In any case, what you guys learned today is how to check if it's your pump or if it's your engine that's actually seized up. Obviously, if once we removed the pump we were able to spin the engine, that would have meant the pump was the problem. Hopefully somebody found this helpful. The video was of use to you, and certainly if it was, please consider giving me a thumbs up, subscribing, leaving a comment, and everything else. Alright guys, we will see you in the next one.